You're watching ABC 36 on your side. News at 6.
Well, good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Paxton Boyd. We begin with the developing news tonight. Deputies say 2 children have died after a house fire in Martin County. As ABC affiliate WCHS reports, the fire happened around 8 this morning on Tug River Road. The sheriff's office says there were 3 children and an adult inside of the home at the time of the fire. Deputies say 2 of the children were killed in that fire. The adult and 3rd child were treated at the scene. State police and the coroner's office are investigating. Well, now to our top story tonight at 6. 2 young students and an adult in Lexington are expected to be okay after they were hit by a car this morning. This happening near Bruce Street and West 2nd Street while walking to Harrison Elementary School. ABC 36's Ramey Cohen spoke with a person who lives in that area.
What should have been an ordinary Friday turned into a morning they'll never forget. 2 kindergartners and a father were making their way to Harrison Elementary School, walking on this crosswalk when they were hit by a car.
It's just the most terrifying thing in the world. I don't know if I would still walk my kids to school. I think I'd put them in the car if that happened to us, which is awful because I love walking my kids to school every day.
According to the Lexington Police Department, the call came in around 7 this morning. The school district says a 5-year-old boy and 6-year-old girl, accompanied by a 42-year-old father, were hit by a 91-year-old woman. Laura Lee Estel has only lived in this neighborhood for a year. She has 2 children below the age of 10 herself. She worries about the crosswalk safety.
There's also not a ton of light, and there's definitely no crossing guard to help people get across the street every morning like there are in other neighborhoods where there's a school.
Especially when she takes her young ones to school, since there's many schools in the area.
There are lots of kids going to school every morning. A big problem is high-speed traffic and the lack of crosswalks and lack of visibility for the crosswalks.
She hopes some changes get made for families living on the street who utilize the crosswalk.
It's like visibility, lights, maybe a crossing guard, but making sure that the sidewalk is wheelchair and stroller accessible.
Well, that was Ramey Cohen reporting. The Lexington Police Department says no charges are expected to be filed against that driver. According to Fayette County Public Schools, the district crisis response team was at Harrison Elementary School earlier today, offering support for students and staff. Well, we're entering the weekend and the month of December with a rainy Friday, TG.
Yeah, absolutely, Paxton. Not a bad thing, of course, given how dry it's been of late. We can always use the rain, but got a healthy dose to the tune of 3-4 tenths, even a ½ inch in a few locations in far southern Kentucky. And what we were left with much of the day, low clouds, spotty showers, and some drizzle. And we're still seeing more of that across the area. Now, the main surface low is still back to the west, and there are more legitimate showers developing underneath that. That will move through during the overnight. So we're still looking at some occasional showers. And again, a bit of nuisance drizzle here. Bluegrass Pace Care, Skyview HD Camera Network, checking out the Kentucky Horse Park. Everything lit up with southern lights. Already some folks going through. Good thing you're in the car. And of course, they've got the setup there at the entrance. Ride the camels, you can get a little kettle corn, whatnot, most of that indoors, so that helps. It's cloudy and 56, maybe a little drizzle, so light it's not being picked up on radar, but that south flow keeping us in the 50s, not going to move very much as we head through the overnight hours. Tomorrow, looks like southern southeast Kentucky, the favorite area for additional showers. Not a washout this weekend, but at least temperatures should stay above average both Saturday and Sunday. Your 7-day forecast is on the way.
In Wade County, a man arrested after allegedly firing shots toward a woman at an Ace Hardware store. Investigators say 32-year-old Angel Torres is now charged with attempted murder. Police say he allegedly fired 3 shots this morning toward a woman at the Ace Hardware store on Highway 90. Officers say Torres was later arrested on Grandview Drive after reportedly hitting a fence with his car at the Wayne County bus garage. Well, the city of Lexington is asking the community to weigh in again on its urban service boundary project expansion. City officials say the Division of Planning will have a free project kickoff next week at Gray Line Station on West Loudon Avenue. The event will focus on how the plan will impact housing, parks, and roads in the area approved for the expansion. The city says this will be the first urban service boundary expansion since 1996. Next week's kickoff is Wednesday, December 6th from 5 until 7 p.m. Well, now to your Nation View. Another moment for the history books from Capitol Hill today. The House of Representatives voting to remove New York Congressman George Santos from office. Only a few people have ever been removed. ABC's Liz Landers has more.
For only the 6th time in U.S. history, a member of Congress has been expelled from the House of Representatives.
2/3 voting in the affirmative, the resolution is adopted.
105 Republicans and 206 Democrats voted to remove Santos, who left the floor of the House before the vote had even finished, telling reporters on his way out,
"I no longer have to answer a single question to you guys."
Republican House leadership did not vote to remove Santos, with Speaker Mike Johnson expressing concern about that precedent in recent days. Florida Representative Byron Donald saying he was frustrated with the process.
I am not saying what George Santos is accused of is good, but he is allowed to have it adjudicated in court like every citizen of our country.
But a number of House Republicans led the effort in recent weeks to expel their colleague, the third attempt at doing so.
There's a standard of conduct that we are going to uphold. George Santos, former member of Congress, fell very short of that.
And Democrats voted overwhelmingly to do so, too. They pointed out that Santos is facing 23 felony charges to which he's pleaded not guilty.
And let's remember that George Santos is likely to go to jail.
Republicans now with an even slimmer majority in the House as they try to move critical pieces of legislation, like additional aid for Israel and Ukraine, in the coming weeks. New York Governor Kathy Hochul has 10 days from being notified of the vacancy to announce a special election. According to New York law, that election must take place within the next 3 months. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.
Well, now for our ABC 36 poll question of the day. The holiday shopping season is in full swing. We want to know how much you plan on spending for your significant other for Christmas. Right now, 42% say less than $250. 58% say more than $250. Of course, you can weigh in at our website. That's WTVQ.com/vote. Well, still ahead on ABC 36 tonight at 6, a journey to Bethlehem, a free interactive drive-through nativity experience in Berea. We'll tell you how you can catch it coming up.
Well, it's been a damp start to December on this Friday. Got some low clouds, drizzle, and light showers. They'll be hanging around as we head into the weekend. Temperatures look pretty decent, though. Your 7-day forecast coming up after the break.